Good evening, Jai Hind. I hope I am properly audible and visible to everyone. Good evening and Jai Hind. I hope I am properly audible and visible. So, yes, good evening. In the last session, we have discussed about some of the important topics, and one of the topic which was remaining there was critical mineral, the dependence of India on China for critical minerals. So that is one topic which we are going to see in today's session. Apart from it, in the last session, we have discussed some of the very important articles, like there was one thing about WTO dispute redressal mechanism. We have seen about this one body, dispute settlement body, and also appellate body. Then we have seen that what is the present challenge. The appellate body is not having that, it is not getting that much appointment of the members from the last 4-5 years. So it has become rather a non-functional body in the present times. So that is one article which we have discussed in the last session. We have discussed other articles also, some editorials and some other part. And in today's session, we are going to discuss these articles. The first thing which we are going to discuss is the Election Commission. The Election Commission, it has made some changes. It has made some changes to conduct of elections rules. Okay. And this has become one of the buzzword in the present times. If you see the today's news, the current or live news, you may have seen that some of the political parties have filed petitions against that amendment in Supreme Court also. Okay. So this is one topic which has become very much highlighted in the present times. So we are going to talk about this. Second thing is critical mineral dependence on China, a very much prominent issue from mains perspective. So we are going to discuss this also. It will be related with your GS paper 2, and this will be part of your GS paper 3 also. Okay. Then there is one more thing which we are going to discuss in today's session, that is about quantum computers. We are going to discuss about this one. It is also part of your GS paper 3. We will see what is quantum computer, how they function, what are their applications, what are the challenges for them, and what India has done for this quantum mission, for this quantum computers. So this will be another broad topic which we are going to discuss in today's session. And then after, we will also have some discussion about prelims. Okay. Many of you were asking questions about prelims. So at the end of the session, it will be your questions and my answers. Whatever questions you have with respect to prelims, with respect to source or anything other than that, just ask me there. So at the end of the session, for approximately 10 minutes or 15 minutes, we will talk about this prelims exam. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Okay, there is one question. How many questions of geography come in mains exam? Roughly we'll find that 4 or 5 questions are there. Roughly 4 or 5 questions are there. 2 questions may be there in 10 markers. Similarly, 2 questions can be there in 15 markers also. Sometimes the number may also increase or decrease. Okay. You have many things there, like there is ancient also, culture also, modern history also, society also. Then we have this geography portion. So 5 different subjects are there. You will find that normally 5, sometimes even 6 questions are coming. So on an average, 5 questions you can take, that 5 questions from geography are there. Okay. So let's see some questions for practice. And today we are having some PYQs. Today we are having some PYQs for the practice with respect to science only. But I am just trying to show you some topics which can be relevant in the present times also. Like this first question which we have, with reference to near field communication technology, which of the following statement is correct? Near field communication technology. First is saying it is a contactless communication technology that uses electromagnetic radio fields. Okay. Second is saying NFC is designed for use by devices which can be at a distance of even a meter from each other. And third is saying NFC can use encryption when sending sensitive information. Okay. So these three statements are there. Yeah, Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas to everyone. So, have you got the Santa Claus? I have brought questions for you. So, you can consider me also as your Santa Claus. I am bringing the questions for you. Okay. So, tell me this part. When we are talking about this first question, what will be the answer? Okay, some answers have been given as option C, option C. Option C is 1 and 3 only. One answer is option D also. Okay, your name is Harshita. So Harshita, at the end of the session, you can ask any question which you have. Okay. Okay, I think maximum people are going for option C. A few answers are there as option D also. See, the first one is very much correct. It is a contactless communication technology that uses electromagnetic radio fields. So yes, it is making use of radio fields or radio waves. So this part is correct. Second is saying NFC is designed for use by devices which can be at a distance of even a meter from each other. No, if you look at the name itself, it is saying near field communication. So it is like your swipe, the card which you swipe. Okay, or some of you may have swiped the metro cards also or the NCMC cards also. So these cards which are there, they are using this NFC technology. It cannot be from a distance of 1 meter. It is usually a few centimeters or in close contact with each other. Okay. So this second option here is incorrect. Third is saying it is using encryption. Of course, it will use encryption. So 1 and 3 are correct here. Option B is incorrect. Now, look at this question. It is from 2022. With reference to Web 3.0, consider the following statement. First says that Web 3.0 technology enables people to control their own data. In the Web 3.0 world, there can be blockchain based social network. Third is saying Web 3.0 is operated by users collectively rather than a corporation. So, how many which of the statements are correct there? Question number 2. In question number 2, which of the statements are correct? One answer is option B. Okay, option B is 1 and 2. Option B and option D, okay? Option 2 option is D for the shoe, okay? Anything else? D option, D and B. See, if we look at first thing, like what is Web 1.0? Okay. What is this Web 1.0? When there was beginning of this internet era, at that time, what we used to see that Web 1.0 was like one-way communication. It used to be like one-way communication. Okay. It used to be like one-way communication. That suppose you are going to one of the page or one of the website and you are just reading something out from there. You are just reading something out from there, or you are getting just the information from one side. That is Web 1.0. Web 1.0 is like you are just getting the information from one side. That is Web 1.0. So in the beginning, it was like this. But then Web 2.0 was there. Web 2.0, what we saw that it started this two-way communication. Two-way communication. Like, let me give you one such example here. One such example here. Like, suppose when we are having this session, we are having two-way communication. First of all, you are getting this information in form of video. In the form of video, you are getting in your laptop, mobile or tab. And at the same time, when you are sending me some messages, when you are sending me some comments in the comment box, okay, so there I am getting the response from your side. So you can see that in live session, we are having chat with each other. Many of you may be in different part of the country, and still we are able to have that like interaction with each other. So this is the part of Web 2.0. Okay. But here also, what you will find that there is control by some. There is control by some people like YouTube. Suppose that we are having this session on YouTube. Now, all of a sudden, YouTube announces that from this day onward, we will have no live streaming. So it can control, it can end any live streaming, it can end the entire YouTube server also. Okay. So it is the decision of YouTube. Okay. Or suppose that if I want to end the stream right now, I have just this one option. Okay, I can end the stream right now. Okay. So this is one part, like there is one type of control. There is control from one side. That what we see in Web 2.0. Okay. Then third part is Web 3.0. We are having this two-way communication plus shared control. Shared control. That now there will be more people actively like commanding over this entire infrastructure, commanding over this entire set. Like blockchain technology. If something is developed using the blockchain technology, there cannot be a unilateral decision. There cannot be a unilateral decision or one person controlling the entire things. Okay. So that will be Web 3.0, where it is operated by users collectively rather than one corporation or one person or one entity. Okay. So all these three options are correct here. There can be blockchain based social networks. There can be operated by users collectively and enables people to control their own data. So all these things are possible here. So this D option is correct here. Then we have this one question, recent question is there from 2024. This is from 2024 prelims exam. The question is this: consider the following: battery storage, biomass generators, fuel cell, rooftop solar photovoltaic unit. The question is, how many of the above are considered distributed energy resources? How many of them are considered as distributed energy resources? Question number 3. How many of them will be considered as distributed energy resource? One option is there, 3, option D. साइंस डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट करंट अफेयर्स पढ़ाएं. In which batch, Anjali? Okay, there are answers as option C, option D, okay, option B also. See, distributed energy resource, it means there is no centralization of it. There is no centralization. Centralization is like we are having a grid structure. We are having a grid structure, and from there we are like giving the electricity to everyone. That will be like a part of centralized structure. But here we are having this distributed energy resource, means it is decentralized. It is decentralized in nature. So rooftop solar photovoltaic unit, that is an example of decentralized or distributed. Fuel cells are working at individual level. So that will also be example of decentralized. Biomass generators are not fixed at one point. All the individual farmers or those who are using the biomass generators, they will be generating the energy. So it is also distributed. Battery storage, like suppose battery is there, you know that battery is not one central, it is also distributed. So all these four options are coming here, all four will be the answer. Look at one more question, and this is something which we have discussed previously also. Which one of the following word or phrases is most appropriately used to denote an interoperable network of 3D virtual world that can be accessed simultaneously by millions of users who can exert property rights over virtual items? That which of them is describing an interoperable network of 3D virtual world where millions of people can use that 3D virtual world simultaneously? They can also have this property rights over virtual items. So what will be the answer? I think everyone knows this. Yes, the answer is very much simple. It is metaverse. It is metaverse which will be the answer. You know that it is that 3D world where millions of people can be using this. Okay, so that is one part. It is metaverse. Okay. No, it will not be option D. It will be metaverse. Metaverse is one such example. You might have seen Facebook launched this metaverse option where millions of people can be using that metaverse simultaneously. Means it is a virtual world in which many people can participate at one point of time. Okay. So that is question number 4. Now we are starting with this one. We are starting with this one topic, the election commission. The election commission, it has given some like it has recently amended some rules. It has recently amended some rules, and in respect of that, we have seen some change. So first tell me, what do you know about this order? Have you read this news article? Do you know about this article? Can you tell me what is this all about? This election commission, that code of conduct rules. Code of conduct rules, what it is all about? There is one thing, conduct of election rule. There is this one thing, conduct of election rule. And recently there has been one amendment in it. Recently there has been one amendment in this code of conduct rules. Okay. So what is that change? That change is with respect to public access to documents at polling stations. Earlier, what was the provision? If you look at the provision, earlier what was it? That it said that all other papers relating to election shall be open to public inspection. Okay. So it means that everything which is there at the polling stations will be open for public inspection. If anyone is having a doubt, about any of the election document, they can go for the scrutiny of it. It is open for everyone. It is open for the public. they can see that how many people have voted upon, what was the percentage of the people there, and all other documents which are there, which are maintained by the people, the polling officers, all the documents, the diaries which are there, which is maintained by the polling officers, it is all subject to public inspection. It is all like public can ask for it, that whatever document has been there, show it to us. How the election process was going on, how everything was running on, show it to us. So that is open for public inspection. But now there was a case in Punjab and Haryana High Court, and in that case there was a demand that the CCTV footage of polling station should also be made available. The CCTV footage of the polling station should also be made available. Okay. And in that case, Punjab and Haryana High Court said that yes, Election Commission must ensure that this CCTV footage is also given to the person. Okay. So that was the context of it. Recently, a few months back, after this 2024 general election, there was a demand that the CCTV footage must be provided. So Punjab and Haryana High Court said that yes, it is true. If you have to maintain that transparency of the election process, you have to show it. Now, the Election Commission, it is said that now the Election Commission has asked for one amendment, and accordingly, the center has done one amendment to this act. What is that amendment here? The amendment is very much simple. All other papers as specified in the rules relating to election shall be open to public inspection. That we will give you a list. Now earlier it was simply all other papers. Okay. Or all the papers which are there, they can be subject to public inspection. But now it is saying that all the papers which are listed under the rules will be open for public inspection. And it has been said that if we are doing this, we will limit the number of papers. As has been seen, CCTV has been removed. One of the main thing is CCTV access will not be provided now. It will not be provided. This will not be provided now. Okay. Earlier there was this provision that everything which is there in the room will be provided. But now it has been said that this CCTV footage, that it has not been included in the list, and hence it will not be provided. Okay. So that is one example. Even the diary of polling officers and other documents which they maintain, they will also be not provided. Okay. So it has been said that why you are limiting this? Why are you trying to curb this transparency in the election process? Okay. So this is one thing. Now, why Election Commission has done it? Why Election Commission has done it? Especially with respect to CCTV. Why the Election Commission is not ready to show the CCTV? So Election Commission has said that this will violate the privacy of voter. This will violate the privacy of voter. The person who is casting the vote, his privacy may be violated. On the other hand, it has also been said that this CCTV footage can cause some risk in sensitive areas. Like now, suppose if people are knowing that who voted for whom and who didn't vote. Now, if they are having the CCTV footage of voter, that okay, this voter was there and he was voting for X party, not our party. Okay. So in that situation, it may be a challenge for many voters also. So Election Commission has said that it will become a risk. Will become a risk for voters in sensitive areas. In sensitive areas. it has specifically given this like example of Jammu and Kashmir and other regions. You know that in Jammu and Kashmir and other region, many people are asking the voters to not to participate in the voting process. They're asking, or they are like trying to make sure that people are not participating in voting process. Okay. Some militant groups and others, they are trying to do this. Some terrorist groups are trying to do this. Now, if they are getting the CCTV footage that a particular person has voted in the elections, it may become challenging for those persons. It may become challenging for those persons. So this is one thing which has been said by Election Commission. Okay. One thing about the privacy of voter and other thing about sensitivity. Okay. So why there is opposition? Why the opposition? Why criticism? Why criticism? People have said that elections, if we want to ensure the fairness of election, free and fair election, that is a basic thing. Free and fair election, that is basic part of any democracy. And free and fair election requires transparency. It requires transparency. And it has been said by various parties that when you are limiting this resource, that what can be accessed by public and what cannot be, by doing so, you are trying to curb this right to information, right to information. You are curbing by amendment, curb on right to information. Curb on right to information. And right to information is a fundamental right. You know that this right to information is a fundamental right. Okay. So this is a breach of fundamental right that has been said by people. Okay. Can you tell me under which part this RTI is considered as a fundamental right? Under which part we will consider this RTI to be a fundamental right? Under which part we will consider this? One answer is Article 21. Merry Christmas, Vishal. But give the answer in the gift. That under which article we will consider this to be part of our fundamental right? Under which section, under which article we will consider this to be part of, okay, yes, Article 21 or Article 19? Okay. See, Article 19 is about freedom of expression, and it has been said that you will be able to express yourself, only when you have the knowledge. When you have the knowledge, when you have the information, then only you will be able to express yourself. So right to information is a very integral part of Article 19. Okay. Anything that it can also become part of Article 21. But under Article 19 specifically, it is about freedom of expression. And expression can be done only and only when you have the information. So this is a breach of curb on RTI and breach of fundamental right. Breach of fundamental rights. Okay. So this is one part. But why there is a opposition to this change in conduct of election rules in 2024? Recently, on 20th December itself. Okay. On 20th December, there was this change, and now we see that it is 25th of December. A court case has been filed against this. A court case has been filed against it. That why are you invading upon this? Why are you like harming the fundamental right of people, the right to information about elections? Okay. So this is one article, EC conduct rules. Okay. Now, coming to the second part. Okay. Coming to the second part, there is one thing called as quantum computing. There is one thing called as quantum computing. No, remember one thing, Abhishek. Right to information has been considered as a fundamental right. Right to information has been considered as a fundamental right. It has been provided via a law. It has been provided via a law. But now in the broader interpretation of Constitution, right to information is part of that fundamental right under Article 19. Okay. So this is one part, that although it is a legal right, it is coming from this part, but after the Supreme Court's interpretation, now this right to information will be considered as an essential part of our fundamental rights. Okay. So we are starting with the second one, quantum computers. Quantum computers. Can you tell me, like, you all are computer friendly people. It has been said that whenever a new generation is coming, it is becoming much more tech friendly. Okay. The new generation is becoming very much tech friendly. I have been like guided by some 5-6-year-old kids also, that how you have to add filter or change background in WhatsApp video call. Okay. So the new generation is becoming very much tech friendly, tech savvy. So in that context, tell me about this part. What are quantum computers? Like now the 4 or 5-year children, they are also telling us that how you have to add filters, how you have to change the background. Okay. And they even know that where is the location of those filters. That is one of the most challenging part. Okay. So tell me, like, if we are talking about quantum computer, how they are different. No, I am not asking about their application. We will come to application part. Tell me, what are quantum computers? What are quantum computers? How they are different from classical computers? Used for scientific research and huge mathematical calculation, that's fine. Okay. See, if we talk about classical computers, when we are talking about classical computers, you may have read about this. Like, I think many of you might have gone through basic computer education, and in that you might have heard about something like it works with the help of bits. Okay. It works with the help of bits. 0 and 1, the binary digits 0 and 1, they are used for every instructions. Like, it works on the principle of this 0 and 1 in the form of binary digits, in form of 0 and 1. This entire classical computer system is working. It can be either 0 or it can be 1. On the basis of it, the different instructions are coded. Okay. So use of binary digit for instructions or calculations. So what we see, that they are using the binary digits 0 and 1. On the basis of it, they are working. Classical computers. Okay. You might have seen the basic units of computers are bits. They are binary digits 0 and 1, and in that format the information is coded, the information is secured. Okay. When we talk about the quantum computers, here the basic unit is considered as the basic unit here is qubit. The basic unit is qubit. There what we have seen, that it can be 0 or 1. It can be 0 or 1. But in the case of this quantum computer, it can be 0 to 1. It can be any value from 0 to 1. In case of quantum, it can be any value from 0 to 1. In today's newspaper, in the Hindu itself, where this article has been provided, they have explained it with a very common example. They have explained it with a very much common example, that suppose that like you are tossing with a coin, or you are just like rotating it. So when you are tossing a coin, or when you are just rotating it on the ground, there will be different situations. Once the coin is flat on the ground, it will be either head or tail. Once it is flat on the ground, it will be simply either head or tail when it comes to rest. But while it is rotating there, while that coin is rotating there, it can be either 0 or 1, it can be anything. There are enormous possibilities. There are enormous possibilities there. It can be 0 or 1. It can be 0 or 1, and predicting that becomes very much challenging task. Okay. So this same thing is there in quantum computers also. It can be any value from 0 to 1, and this property is called as quantum superposition. Quantum superposition. Quantum superposition. So this helps it to perform, multiple calculation at the same time and give one result. Means it will be doing multiple calculations at the same time, and then it will give you one final result. Okay. So it helps the quantum computer to have different programmings, or having different operations at the same time. It helps the quantum computer to perform different operations at the same time and achieve at a result at a much faster speed. Classical computer do it one by one. Like suppose if we have to solve a very complex mathematical equation, it is not that when you have to calculate 2 plus 2 you will use quantum computer. If you start using to calculate 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, if you use it with the help of quantum computer, that will be a waste of resource. It will take much more longer time to tell you that okay, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Classical computer will give you instant result. But in case of complex mathematical equations, where classical computers will work one by one on the part of that equation, quantum computers can work simultaneously to solve that. Quantum computers can work on multiple parts of that equation to give you one result. So that is the uniqueness in quantum computer. Quantum computer is not for simple thing that 2 into 2 is equal to 4 or 2 into 3 is equal to 6. It will be for complex equations in which the classical computer will take a longer period of time. There the quantum computer can give you a quick answer. So that is one part. Second part is called as quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement. Here what is the meaning of this quantum entanglement? It says that in technical term, it is saying that two particles in quantum state are always connected with one another. Are always connected or linked with one another. Linked with one another. No matter how far apart they are. Means, just to give you an example, just to give you an example, suppose this is a pen. Okay, I think it is visible to everyone. Suppose this is a pen. Okay, now if you like, suppose that you are going outside India. Let us say that you are going outside India to any country. Okay, you can choose country of your preference. Like you can go to Syria, you can go to Lebanon, you can go to Armenia or Azerbaijan. Okay, why always go to US or other places? You can visit there also. Okay, so suppose you are making a trip to Syria, Lebanon, Armenia or other places, and you are packing your luggage. Okay, now you were supposed to carry this pen. So let us say that you have carried one part of the pen, and the cover of this pen you have forgotten to like take it with you. So when you will reach there, you will know that you have just brought this part, of the pen, the other is still left there at the home. But these are always linked with each other, they are always connected with each other. So when you know that you have brought this pen to Syria, let us say, you know that the cover of this is there in India. It means with the help of this part, in the same manner, if there are two things in quantum state, no matter how far they are, if there is one value, if suppose that there are two qubits or two things, if one is here and another is at a very far distance, if you know what is here, you will easily know that on the second part what will be the response, or on the second part what will be the answer. Okay. So they are always linked with each other, they are always connected. So if you know one, you will automatically know about the second one. If you know about the first one, you will automatically know about the second one, no matter how far apart they are. So this is one thing which is used for communication purpose. It is used for communication purpose, that no matter how much far they are always linked or connected with each other. So even if you have one part of it, you will easily know what is the second part. Okay. So for this thing, the quantum entanglement is crucial for, communication, faster communication. It is considered as crucial for faster communication. Okay. So this is one part what we see in quantum entanglement, that any change here or anything here will automatically give you the answer that what will be the change in the other particle. So they are always linked with each other. Impact on one or the instruction on one will automatically give you the idea of instruction on the other. Hence there is a very fast communication between different part. So this is why quantum computers are used, or quantum technology is used for this communication network also. Okay. So there are two things which we have to understand. They will not ask in this much detail, but you have to know that in quantum fields, two parts are always connected with each other or linked with each other. Second thing is, it can have multiple values between 0 to 1. So quantum superposition and quantum entanglement. Okay. There is also interference and other thing, but we don't have to go in detail of it. Okay. Now come to the other part. They will ask you about application. So one of the major application of this quantum is going to be there in AI and machine learning. We know that the AI system is performing multiple operations at the same time, and they have to give quick answers also. Suppose that you have taken an image from your phone, and that is consisting of many things. Like let us say that you have taken the image of this board itself, and you are asking the AI system to tell you everything about this picture. So that AI system will analyze each and every word which is written here. Let us say it is written here in English, and I am writing something in, let us say, French language or any other language also. So it will be able to detect that also. This is part of AI, that it will be able to do multiple operations. It requires multiple operations simultaneously. this requires multiple operation simultaneously. Hence, we are using this quantum computer. Then, drug development. Drug means medicine development. If we are trying to develop different type of proteins, like you have seen, just one question from all of you. Just one question from all of you. The Nobel Prize for Chemistry was given for what purpose? I'm not asking the name. Just tell me what was the purpose of it. Nobel Prize for Chemistry was given for what work? I'm not asking that who have got it. I know you don't memorize that. But tell me this one part. Why this Nobel Prize in Chemistry was provided? Why there was this Nobel Prize in Chemistry provided? Chemistry. Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Why it was provided? mRNA. mRNA was there last year. mRNA was there in last year. This year it was not even mRNA, it was microRNA. mRNA is messenger RNA, and that microRNA was there in bio or medicine. Nobel Prize in Medicine was given for microRNA. Yes, predicting a structure of protein or even computational of or computing new designs of protein. So in healthcare sector, where we have to design new proteins or predict the structure of proteins or to develop new medicines, we will again need the use of quantum computers. Okay. So what we can see that in drug development, in protein design, in all these things, we will require the use of quantum computers. Okay. Predicting a structure of this protein, that was the main thing. And it was done using AI software, like two software were there, AlphaFold 2 and Bespoke software. So AlphaFold 2 and Bespoke AI software, they were used for this design prediction and computing new designs of protein. Now, molecular behavior analysis, how the particles are behaving at quantum state, that can also be understood with the help of quantum computers. Okay. So that is also part. And then quantum communication. It is one of the most fastest. It is one of the fastest and most secure communication system. Okay. One of the most fastest and secure quantum communication. Okay. So that is the application of it, that quantum computers are going to be used for this purpose. But then there are certain challenges. The first thing is scalability and cost. Even now, the production of the quantum computers, the scale on which it is required has not been fulfilled. Okay. So we have not been able to, cost is high, and it has not been scaled up yet. It has not been scaled up. Scaled up means it has not been developed that much. It has not been, it's like capacity has not been increased that much. So that remains a challenge. Second thing is error. Now this is a very crucial part. Classical computers are slow. But they give precise results. They are not easily influenced by its surrounding. But in case of quantum computers, there is a lot of error and there is a lot of noise. Noise here means disturbance from nearby areas. So noise relates to error. Noise causes error, and quantum computers are known for giving wrong results. Okay. So as compared to this classical computers, there may be wrong results or wrong results as compared to classical. And then at the same time, there is one challenge, not for the quantum, but because of quantum. There is one challenge not for the quantum computers, but because of the quantum computers, there is one challenge. And that challenge is on the present communication encryption system. Okay. Like all the encryptions which we are using for securing some data, for securing some communication, they can be broken by the quantum computers. So the countries which are able to develop this quantum technology, they will get this upper edge in most of the cases. Like suppose if China is developing this quantum technology and they are very much far ahead of us, so if they are developing this quantum technology, they can use it to break the encryption of the existing security protocols. Okay. So that is the another thing, impact of quantum on present encryption. Quantum can easily break it. Okay. So quantum can easily break down present encryptions, present security encryptions. So that is also one of the challenge, that it can like break down the present security encryptions. So that also becomes a challenge. Now see, Government of India has come with this National Quantum Mission in 2023, and it has got 3 prominent goals. These goals are like this: developing intermediate scale quantum computers, then establish satellite based secure quantum communication, and third part is developing magnetometers and atomic clocks. Okay. So fourth thing has been there. Magnetometers will be used for like security purposes, for making up of sensors and everything. Okay. So development of magnetometers, atomic clocks, then we also have this quantum communication, and at the same time intermediate scale quantum computer. So we have got this National Quantum Mission with the aim to develop these technologies in upcoming times. Okay. So this is one thing which we are doing in respect of quantum computer. I hope it is clear. What is quantum system? What is their application? So when will you start using quantum computers? When are you going to get back this quantum computer? Harshita, I will come to your question at the end of the session. Just one more topic and then I will come to it. Okay. Thank you. But everyone has said just opposite of it, Neelu. Okay. Now, this is one thing, like we have got this one topic last day, India's reliance on China for critical minerals. Okay. So let us see that how much reliance we have. First thing is, what are critical minerals? So last year government has identified a list of 30 minerals. Okay. There is a list of 30 minerals, identified by Government of India. Okay. These minerals are considered very much significant for the growth, sustainability of our economy. Okay. Strategically important for economy. And at the same time, what we see that these are not produced in abundance in India. So what we have? Dependence on import. Dependence on import. There is also this dependence on import for these minerals. They are considered very much strategic for our economy, for our industries, for the modern industries, the electronics, the semiconductor industry, for which they are considered very much strategic minerals. But the challenge is we do not have sufficient amount of them. We do not have sufficient amount of them. Okay. So see, like government has said, some of the minerals which are there. One thing is lithium. If you look at this, one such element is lithium. What we see that we have almost 100% dependence for import of this lithium. 100% dependence for import of lithium. Right now we have seen that some mines of lithium has been discovered in portions of Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. So some lithium ores have been found in India also, but still now we see that there is a very large dependence on other countries for import of lithium. And I think you know the importance of lithium. All your mobile phones which are there, powered by lithium batteries. The electric vehicles which we are thinking of, powered by lithium batteries. Okay. Then one of them is cobalt also, nickel also, germanium also, silicon is also there. Okay. So for silicon also, like although we are not very much dependent on other countries for silicon as of now, okay, but then we see that again this silicon is also something for which we are not the net exporters, or we do not have abundance. So these are some of the minerals in which we see that there is dependence on other countries for meeting our domestic requirements. Okay. And how much dependence is there on China? Okay. See, first if we look at China's profile, China controls 87% of rare earth processing. The rare earth minerals, they are like 87% processing is happening in China. Okay. 58% of lithium refining globally is happening in China. Okay. Then 68% of silicon processing is also happening in China. 80% of bismuth refinery production, that is also happening in China. So China is one country which has invested huge amount of money in extraction, developing the technology and making it export oriented. Plus at the same time, it is using this as a weapon. It is using this as a weapon, trade weapon. It is using this as a trade weapon. It has weaponized the critical minerals. It has weaponized the critical minerals. Now suppose if any country is there, it will simply say, okay, if you don't want to do this, we will stop the supply of critical minerals. Okay. But China is playing it very much wise. It is not immediately halting the export of critical minerals. It is just pressurizing them. It is just pressurizing them. Because if there is too much of pressure, then the countries might go for some other options. When it is not acceptable for any country, they will certainly look for other options. So China is having an adequate mix of pressure and release thing here in case of critical minerals. It has weaponized it to have some pressure but not enormous pressure. So that is the role what China is playing in critical minerals in present time. How much we are dependent, how much India is dependent. Okay. See, bismuth 85%, lithium 82%, silicon 76%, titanium 50%, tellurium 48%, graphite 42%. Okay. So you can see that in major minerals, in major critical minerals, we are more than 50% dependent on China. In some cases, it is 85, 82, 76. That is what we see that how much dependent we are on China for our critical minerals. Okay. So that is a matter of concern for us. What is the way forward for us? What is the way forward? What is the way forward for us? Okay. There are 4 steps. There are 4 steps. First thing is self-dependence. 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 How we can do this? More exploration. Like recently, what we have seen that we have got lithium in India. So there are other rare earth elements also in India. We have to just go for their exploration. Then developing technology for it. Developing technology for extraction. For extraction. So that is also something which we require. Second thing which we have to also do is finding alternate sources. Finding alternate sources of import. Like we need to diversify our import basket. We need to look with other countries. We need to look forward to other countries for importing these minerals. So we can also go for other countries as well. And third thing is managing India-China relationship, because in immediate time, like in immediate future, there is no such other option. So what we have to do is managing India-China relation, managing and improving Indo-China relation. Like what we have seen in the recent time. In the recent time, I think a few weeks ago, we have also discussed this aspect, that the Indian government is saying that we are having regular talks with China. We are trying to resolve our conflicts, our disputes. Okay. So that is also something which we require here. I hope it is clear. Okay. Now, coming to your questions. Okay. See, before we go for your questions, there is one announcement for you also. KGS is coming with this prelims examination for UPSC 2025. Okay. So there are total 25 tests which is available in both English and Hindi medium. Okay. It is going to start from 20th January and it will be available in online plus offline mode. Online is for everyone. Offline, we have this 2 centers in Delhi, Wazirabad and Karol Bagh. And then there is also in Prayagraj at the KGS center, there also you will have this offline exam. Okay. In all other areas, we are having this online paper and 6 sectional tests, 8 full length tests, current affair is also there. CSAT is also there. Okay. And plus economic survey, budget and ministry related test also. Okay. So this is one test series which is coming for you from 12th of January. How you can enroll in this? You have to simply go to KGS KGS website or KGS app. From there, you will get the option to join it. Okay. Now, coming to your question. So ask me, when will AI class? Yes, for AI, Anjali, just give me this week time. I think by Monday or Tuesday, I will get it uploaded. Okay. Yes, Harshita Jaini, what was your question? What was your question? Like geography, you are having no such background. Skip this subject. You cannot skip geography. Just do one thing. Just go through the India physical geography and India physical environment and physical geography and India physical environment. There are 2 books. There are 2 books of NCERT. Just if you are not doing anything, just go with a thorough reading of these 2 books. Physical geography of India and plus India physical environment. Okay. So they are the 2 books. One is for Indian geography and one is for physical geography. If you have covered this much only, then also you will get some questions from here. Any book for PSI or optional? Okay. Okay, Nilu, give me some time. Like, if you are having some notes, I think that will be much better. Or suppose if you want notes, what I will suggest that go through the igloo material. Like, instead of going through any such simple book, I will suggest you that go through the igloo material. They are much more related with PSI or optional. Okay. So just go through that. And second part is, like in igloo material, why I'm suggesting this, you get a lot of example on each of the theories and everything. You get a lot of example and a discussion which will help you to understand it. Okay. And the language is also very much lucid. You can easily understand those part. Okay. Second thing is, I think you might be having some notes for this PSI optional, which you might have got earlier also. You have appeared for mains. So I think you know that how the notes are there or what notes you have to prefer. I think you know that. Okay. So just go through it, and for the second paper, build on current affairs also. But for book part, like I don't remember the exact name of the book, so give me one more day. In tomorrow's session, I will definitely tell you. Okay, I will have to go through that name of the book and then I will tell you. Okay. NCRT or Tamil Nadu board. Okay. There is one question. There was one question of 2027 also, that you have to appear in 2027. If you are appearing in 2027, you still have time. Just go with basic reading. This will be especially for those people who are going for 2025. If you want to like improve your foundation part, you can go through it. Or if you are appearing for 25, then go for it. Okay. कितने क्वेश्चन आते हैं मेंस में ज्योग्राफी के? Harshita, in the beginning itself, I have told you that around 5 to 6 questions are there. So for that matter, you cannot skip it. You cannot skip geography, not even for prelims. Mains, you cannot leave one single subject. In the mains exam, you cannot leave one single subject. That is the core idea. I got it, Nilu. Like, just go through this part. Just go through this part of notes plus igloo material. That will be beneficial for you. And about books, I will give you the name tomorrow in itself. Okay. For history, which one is important? New NCRT or Tamil Nadu board? History is something which is very much dicey right now. Like for history, what we are seeing is, like, questions are coming from perhaps other planet. Okay. Like, there are certain topics which are not there in most of the standard books. So I will suggest that still go with the new NCRTs. Plus, if we talk about modern history, I will suggest you that if you have to understand history, go through that one book of Bipin Chandra. That was there. I think in old NCRT also you have Bipin Chandra, or there is specially the book of Bipin Chandra also. So for understanding the history, I think around 20 chapters are there. If you go through these chapters, you will understand the history. And then many questions which will be of applied nature can be easily solved from there. Okay. For mains examination, Harshita, you will have to make thematic notes also. Just go through the previous year papers, find out the main themes of geography, and you can make notes of that also. For prelims, it is more than sufficient. For mains, you will have to do a little bit more work. How to revise everything along with preparation on time? See, like, divide the time. Like, suppose that you are going for 8 hours of study. Let us say that you are going for 8 hours of study. You are going for 8 hours of study. Then out of this, let us say that if we are talking about prelims examination, let us say that you are doing 2 subjects at a time, history plus, polity plus, let us say, geography. Okay. So what I am saying that, let us say you are giving 8 hours of time for this prelims preparation, history plus, polity plus geography. So suppose you are giving 4 hours here and 4 hours here. So out of 4 hours, focus on 3 hours for studying of that topic and 1 hour for revision. 1 hour for revision. The reason being simply like, suppose today is 25th of December. If you have read some chapters of polity, then before starting the new chapters, give 1 hour for revision. I have also told you one thing, that make an index of the topic which you are studying. Make an index of the topic which you are studying. Like suppose you are reading about, let us say, directive principles of state policy. So make a list of the things which you might consider important for prelims examination. Like suppose you are going through article 39, article 44, article 45, 48, 48A or anything. So make a list of the articles, make an index of that page, and next day try to recall it. For the 1 hour, try to recall all those topics which you have covered in the previous class, in the previous day, and then move for the next part. Then again next day do the same thing. Go for the revision of the past day, previous day, and then start the reading of new chapters. Suppose you are doing this for, let us say, 6 days. After 6 days, if you want to consolidate your knowledge, then in a particular day, give 4 hours for complete revision of the previous topic. Give 4 hours for complete revision of the previous topic. So in 6:1 also or 5:2 also, according to your retainment level, you can make that topic yours. Okay. At 5 days you are reading, and even in 5 days you are giving 1 hour for revision per day, and for 2 days then you are just revising through the previous studies, previous topics which you have read. But always make an index, so that by seeing that index you will be having the idea how much you are covering, how much you are forgetting, and which topic you are forgetting in particular. Try to circle that topic so that you can have more and more attention on that topic. So you can do this part. Clear? Okay, there is one thing, answer writing kab se karu? Answer writing, Anjali, you are going for 2027, so you can start from 2025 itself. You can start with somewhat answer writing from 25 itself. Okay. Is India yearbook good for PT? Just go with your normal books. Don't give too much time on India yearbook. The reason being, whatever is there in India yearbook, most of the things are already there. Most of the things are already there in the standard books. So no such utility. I am planning to take sociology optional. Please guide me about this too. If you are trying to get sociology optional, it is one of the best choice. Just go through the previous year question, some of the theories of it. See that if you are having the familiarity with the topic, then you can go for it. Okay. Go through previous year questions, the syllabus, and some of the concepts. If you are understanding it, then you can go for full-fledged study of it. Arrange your notes. If you are joining some classes, join the classes also, and then solve the previous year questions. For optional, there is one strategy: solve almost previous year questions of 20-25 years. You will get a good command over the topics. Okay. How many times we should revise each subject? I will say that minimum 4-5 times you will require that. Minimum 4 to 5 times you are going to require that. Even if you have done a good revision 3 times also, then also it is fine. When you are revising it, okay, मैं डेली रात को सोने से पहले रिवाइज सब याद रहता है, नेक्स्ट डे भूल जाते हैं. Try to recall it on the next day. Try to recall it back on the next day also. Next day याद रहता है नहीं, that is also very much crucial. Just writing the topics. In index, just writing the topics which we are studying. What is enough source for polity? Can I read only Lakshmikant? Yes, you can go for just Lakshmikant, and you might be having some of your class notes also. So wherever you are facing difficulty in understanding something, you can go through your class notes. Otherwise, for polity, even if you have read Lakshmikant and some portion of this philosophy which is there in NCERT books. Okay, like there are some philosophical questions also coming from polity. So just go through that part of NCERT, class 11th or 12th. Okay, there is a book, Philosophy of the Constitution. Once you have read it, your work will be done. Okay. So Lakshmikant plus that NCERT book, it will be sufficient for prelims. Prelims. Okay. Kurukshetra and Yojana, don't go for it for prelims. If you want to go for Kurukshetra or Yojana, you can go for mains. But see, the thing is, right now, most of the materials, most of the things are already available. Okay. So Kurukshetra and Yojana were very much helpful when there was scarcity of resources. Now, most of the resources is already there on the government websites also, in the newspapers also. Okay. So even if you are limiting the resource, that is also fine. So those who are forgetting the things, make an index of the topic and try to recall it while you are going for sleep, or when you are waking up in the next morning. Don't see your mobile phone, see the index. After 1 month के बाद भी याद रहता है, तो that is very good. That is very good. I will appear for 25 exam and optional classes अभी तक नहीं ली है. Then it is a challenge. Harshita, we are already there in January now. We are just reaching January. And if you are going for socio optional also, then also it will require 3 to 4 months. So yes, it will be challenging, but then if you give that much time, you can do it. Like if you are giving 8 hours for prelims, 1 or 2 hours for mains, and 3 or 4 hours for optional, if you can give that much time, then it can be done. But yes, from January to May, you will have to give at least 8 hours of study per day for prelims exam now. Okay. Rest all other things can be done in additional hour. There is a time when we say that in your daytime, just go for 8 hours of study. So that is valid up to December 2024. Even if you are giving 8 hours of study per day till December 31st, 2024, that is fine. After January, that all other limits are gone now. Now you have to just focus on exam. It can be 8 hours, it can be 10 hours, it can be 12 hours. Okay. But yes, do maintain the sleep of 6 hours. When you are sleeping, then only you can remember or memorize things. Okay. So have good food, have good diet, sleep well, and then you can, even after that, you can study for 12 hours. That is what you require. रिवीजन के लिए एक सब्जेक्ट को कितना टाइम दे? It depends on your ability. It depends on your ability, like in how much time you are able to read and memorize it. I have given you one such schedule that by the end of January, try to finish polity, geography, and economy. After that, by mid of March or 10th of March, try to finish history, environment, and science and technology. So these 6 core subjects you have to finish by 10th of March, and then you can go for revision of them in the next 3 months. Okay. Polity समझ नहीं आता है. Now see, like I cannot just give you a general statement that by doing this you can understand polity. What I will suggest you, Anjali, that right now you have a lot of things with you. You have technology with you, you have YouTube with you. So suppose that if there is any topic on which you are not able to understand things, just put it on YouTube, just search it on YouTube. Many a times there are simple explanations of it. So from there you will get the answer. Okay. Thank you everyone. Any prelims crash course? Shraddha, if we are planning something, but give us some time. We are planning something, so we will definitely come with something. We will definitely come with something on YouTube also and in general also. Okay. You are sleeping like Nobita. uh, what is the other person's name? There is one Nobita. You have to find one Doraemon who can keep you awake. Like just one of the Doraemon can be anyone from your family, especially those who are not very much fond of you, those who are like showing their anger and all. Make them the Doraemon for the next 4 or 5 months. Okay. So when you are having this Nobita problem, you can find a Doraemon who can help you to stay awake. Okay, Harshita, I think the classes will be arranged soon. Okay, that is what I can say. Like the classes will be arranged soon, and meanwhile, you can start with those topics which you have completed. Okay. Yes, Shraddha, we will announce soon. Like within 10 days, I think there will be some announcement. Okay. Within 10 days, there will be some announcement. Okay. So yes. Thank you so much, everyone. I think these were some of the questions. So let's meet tomorrow at the same time, 5 p.m. and then we will discuss the remaining things. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Thank you.